Action.
Well, hello everybody. Feels like Saturday today for me, and I don't know why. So I might not be in tomorrow because my brain's going to tell me it's going to be Sunday, and it's really going to be Saturday. But anyway, welcome to Friday's edition. It is, August 5th today? It's crazy.
I put that it was the 6th.
Oh, it's August 6th. Christine thinks it's Saturday too.
Didn't I?
So Christine's not going to be here either tomorrow. So
I don't remember.
we're all good on that. We are coming to you today from a very, very hot Denver. So
I'm ready for fall.
You're ready for fall already?
Absolutely.
Cindy was the other day too.
I want fall to start like in August and then go all the way to like November and then have like a short winter.
Like December.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay, I hope somebody upstairs is listening to you. Anyway, so Christine has another fun project for you today from Capuccia. So I know that we have done some bonus projects for you from the Capuccia, and Christine has a really fun bonus project for you today. And it's also kind of a educational one to show you how to do one of the house blocks too, right?
Yes.
So welcome. So this morning we had a special little guest in here. It was her first time in the store, and she was 18 months old. So the winner today for this cute little camper, that this little girl Alice. So if Alice's grandma is watching, she is watching.
She's ready for fall too.
Oh, she's ready for fall too? Well, Renee, we saw that Alice was playing with this morning, so we would like to gift this to Alice before she goes home, or for her to keep at your house to play with. So, and thank you for the goodies that you brought in for us today also. So,
Yes.
Win-win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for 18 months.
Like we have donuts with gummy bears on them.
We did have donuts with gummy bears on them.
I've never had that.
Yeah, they were yummy too. Okay, you want a joke?
Yeah, bring it on.
Bring it on. I've still got lots of jokes here.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, my grandmother told me how she ended up marrying my grandpa. She was in her 20s, and the man she was dating left for war. We were in love, she recalled, and wrote to each other every week. It was during that time that I discovered how wonderful your grandfather was. Oh, did you marry Grandpa when he came home from the war? I asked. Oh, I didn't marry the man who wrote the letters. Your grandfather was the mailman.
Oh, boy.
No, that wasn't good? How about this one? A woman shoots her husband for stepping on the clean floor.
How about this one? This one starts off much better.
A police officer jumps into his squad car and calls the station. I have an interesting case here, he says. A woman shot her husband for stepping on the floor that she's just mopped. The officer said, have you arrested her? Asked the sergeant. No, not yet. The floor's still wet.
That was cute.
That one's really cute.
Yes, it is.
So it's Friday, and
Yes, it
Christine has a really fun Friday bundle for you. So let's take a look at our Friday bundle. Ready?
Ready.
So we have raspberries. There's a theme going on here today, okay? Raspberries, lemons and limes. Is that oranges too, or is it just lemons and limes?
I think it's just lemons and limes.
And watermelon and strawberries and pineapples and all sorts of fruit, right?
Yep.
Strawberries. And then what happened?
We have a little vegetable.
Oh.
So it's a fruit and veggie, heavy on the fruit bundle. It's very cute.
Heavy on the fruit bundle. So if any of you would like
It's a fruit cake with a topping of veggie.
if any of you would like a heavy on the fruit bundle today, you can put like a red or something in there to make up that other one.
No.
Okay, but it actually is. This is really good for like those.
It is. Oven mitts,
the
anything.
bowls, the little trivets for Patrick. So anyway, our Friday bundle is a little heavy on the fruit. And we will get started with our project today. You ready?
Yes. Ready? You have to stand right here because you're plugged in still. Okay, so today's project is a little different. I didn't finish it because I want to finish the next block with you guys online. So in the Cup of Cheer class, we didn't quite get to the house block. So the house I'm choosing today has a 3D window. So this little window has a pocket in it so you can stick a little note. And it has a 3D door. So we're going to be doing both techniques in one house. And then we're going to cut it down and we're going to sew it to the end of this. And you can choose. So you can choose to do an envelope back to make a pillow, or you can do a normal back and put your binding on it and do a wall hanging. So this block is out of here as well. So it says "This Home Believes," and then we'll sew it all together. So I'm going to kind of walk you through on how to do all the steps to create these house blocks. The ones that have these 3D pieces are quite a lot of work. So I do want to walk you guys through those, but it is really fun, different, unique through Kimberbell. This is the first time I was telling my class that I actually had to read like every step of the direction because I didn't know what I was doing.
So the Friday bundle is $20. Everyone is saying you've got a cute blouse on today, Christine. She's been told that several times today.
Yes, I have. So there are kits for today, and then you'll kind of see what the finished product looks like. But it has all of the fabric and everything you need in here to make the project we're doing today, excluding some of the specialty stabilizers. So these doors, in this flap piece, it uses a piece of shape form, and then on the back of some of your applications you have fusible backing. Those are both Kimberbell products, so you do use those. They are not included in the kit, so if you have those, that's great. But those are the two products that we will be using. And then the kit is $19.99 for this little project we're making today.
Cindy, can you get the kit online, please? Tammy, thank you for letting us know. Cindy's gonna work on getting that online.
But we're ready.
We are ready.
Here's these. Okay, so couple. Don't get me on camera eating.
Too late.
That's funny.
I'm sorry about that, Paula. I'm attached to the wall today, and so I was trying to turn and keep my phone plugged in all at the same time, and we got a nice picture of Paula with a mouthful of food.
Okay,
They all think, you're off camera.
For a second.
Yeah, Paula's leaving now. Look, she's like, I'm done.
Okay, so what we're going to start off by talking about is the house blocks. So they, the bigger houses that I did, let me see, that are going to be on the either end of our little project here are done in 2 separate hoopings, which is kind of nice because you can do them in smaller hoops. So you can do them in a 5x7 hoop, so you don't have to have that large hooping. So you're going to do your roof and then your bottom half. But when on the house that we're particularly doing today, the roof has a 3D window, and then the house has a 3D door. So before you get started, you have to use dissolve away mesh. And you are going to, this is the window, so you're going to have a piece of fabric, you fold it in half, and then you're going to open it up. It has a placement stitch on your stabilizer. That fold is going to go at the top of that placement stitch. You're going to tack it down and then do the window pan. Okay, so this is on dissolve away mesh. So now what we're going to do, I pre-did these ones just because I didn't want to keep you guys here forever. These blocks are pretty lengthy in time. Where are my scissors going? So I just didn't want everybody to have to sit here for hours on it. So you'll stitch the window out before you start your block, okay? For these blocks, I did change up the fabric just to make it a little bit different than what the quilt is. But they are all the same dimensions as the quilt. They just might be a different color. So what we're doing now is we are removing stabilizer only. So we're leaving the fabric. And you are going to take your window piece, and you'll notice that this top piece, when I go to fold this back in half, actually kind of comes back onto the back side of there, and that is supposed to happen so that this window piece looks like it's part of your actual window.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have this piece is ready to go. Next, what you have is we have our background piece. All of our background pieces are prepped with Terrio Magic and Ultra Soft Fusible. I put this on ahead of time on all of the background pieces. This is for this project, this is for the quilt, this is for really anything that we're doing.
You did not do any pre-quilting on this project, right?
I actually did,
Oh,
and I'm gonna do it with them on this block.
okay.
Okay?
So, yes, she did, and she's going to show you what
Yes.
she did with that in just a minute.
So our roof is almost done. I just kind of got to the point. I bypassed the numbers on my project just because it would be really random for me to have like 12, 18, 16, and 1 or whatever it is. So I haven't done any numbers on these blocks. So I have stitched everything down. I've done my background quilting.
Ooh, with that new upgrade, you could actually select that in the embroidery and say no sew.
Update.
Upgrade.
Upgrade.
Yes.
Okay. Which I don't have that right now.
I know we don't,
Oh,
but
okay. But yes,
if you
you
had it, you would be able to, instead of having to remember to skip it,
absolutely.
it would do that automatically for you.
Yes. So I've gotten to the point where we're ready to put our window down, okay? So we're going to do our window placement stitch.
Julie, I saw your message a little bit ago about the 20-inch sticky tearaway, and we do have some up here, so I have just put some in the transfer box, so you should get a call from Littleton that will be ready for pickup.
Okay. And then you have a piece of white fabric that is going to be like the base of your window. So we're going to lay that down right side up. Okay. And we're going to tack that down.
So one of the questions yesterday when we were talking about the update and upgrade to the Babylux Solaris, I did find out. So if you are doing the upgrade, yes, you will need to do the update before you do the upgrade. If we are doing the upgrade for you, we will take care of your update as well.
Okay, so now we're going to trim this fabric up to the stitches all the way around. I have red on because I'm actually going to be doing my panel stitching in red. But you'll notice that on that tack down, you have these two little notches. Okay?
They're tiny.
Tiny little notches. You are going to, once you have your window placed, you are going to put your fold. So you're going to kind of center your window. Okay, so center that placement stitch on either side, and your fold is going to go directly on those lines. You want to pay attention to this so that you don't have it over here off-centered. Okay, so you want to make sure you got that centered and that fold at those little indents.
And then you're going to tape?
And then you're going to tape.
So the update is no charge. The upgrade, you will need to call the stores for pricing on that.
When you put your tape on, don't let it shift.
And Laura, yes, absolutely, you can do the update and upgrade from anywhere, and we can either FaceTime you to get you through it, or you can, it's very easy, so it's not like it's not technical, it's not like you need assistance, but we're here if you need us to walk you through the steps too.
All right, and now it is going to stick that part down, and then it's going to go around. I actually don't think I wanted to do that. Why'd you let me do that?
Well, I don't know what you're doing.
I don't want to tape this yet. Otherwise my window doesn't open. don't do that.
Don't do what she just did.
And I just said I never make mistakes. That would be called karma.
We will do the upgrade. I'm talking on behalf of Steve here, and I don't know if he's listening in the back room, but we will do the upgrades whilst you wait, so you don't have to leave your machine.
Okay, so back it up if you... Nobody's sewing on with me. So we're going to back it up. We're going to do that stitch right now. And then you actually know where to place that part.
Okay.
So smart. Isn't it?
There are some other updates on the Baby Luck website, yes.
That was rather silly of me. Okay, so now
You're going to center the window.
you're going to center the window, and I've completely cut mine up now, but that's okay. And then you're going to place a piece of tape down, and now it's going to tack the window down. And it does kind of go on the inside of the original tack down of this piece, so you kind of cut off some of that red stitching and around here. So it does come in a little bit more than the original piece. Alright, so now we're going to trim all the way around. The window is much easier than the...
Roseanne, I am not sure what the inspiration projects are that you're talking about. I know there is some designs that you will get if you bought the bundle, but I'm not aware of any projects. My understanding is that the upgrades are in stock and will be shipping to us immediately. Although if you're buying the bundles, the hoops are not in stock. Those will be coming later.
Okay, and then you're going to take a piece of topping.
Michelle, there is no upgrades for the Elissimo, but I don't know if there is any updates out there for the Elissimo.
And then you're going to put your topping over it and then do the last set of stitching, which is going to go all the way around our window. You want to use wash away topping, press away, whatever.
And this is primarily because you've got the fold,
yes,
so that the foot doesn't catch on the fold.
Yep. Kind of is just creating a barrier.
Thank you, Birdie. So I do know that Baby Lock is finalizing a video link that they're going to send to us that we will be able to share with you guys next week, we're hoping. That will, that the educators, and Mike Johns is one of those, so he probably knows a little bit more than what I do at the moment. So if he's saying that there is projects, there well may be, but I've been instructed that they were designs. Mystery 33 has not been started. We will be starting that next week. So Mystery
32 on Tuesday.
Okay, we're finishing Mystery 32 on Tuesday, and we will be starting Mystery 33 next week. So what is in the upgrade bundle, Mona? The upgrade bundle is the upgrade, which that in itself does come with the multi-function foot control, a new style stylist, and a new N plus foot. And then in addition to that, you will get the 10x10 magnetic hoop, and then there is a design bundle, which I'm now hearing might also be some projects. So a design bundle that is going to be a link to the Baby Lock website for that.
Okay.
And I will show the Foyer bundle again. Are you getting ready to do something?
Yep. But you can show it.
Okay, so the Foyer bundle is a fruit and veggie, heavy on the fruit. So we have raspberries, lemon and limes, a really fun summer fruit with lemons and oranges and strawberries and watermelons, strawberries and veggies. So great one for pot holders, for the microwave bowls, anything for the kitchen really.
Okay, so we're done with this block. So now we have our little 3D window where you can stick a note inside here.
Oh, that's so
Okay.
cute.
And then all I do is take and remove it from my hoop. So I just...
So Nora, unfortunately we are not allowed to talk prices on Facebook. So you will need to call. You can call the Littleton store. It's 720-440-9654. Or you can call the Thornton store at 303-317-2004.
Okay. So now we're going to get ready for the next block. And this is the part I'm going to go over the quilting with you.
So Roberta, you said, can I show you today? Can I show you, what are you wanting? Oh, the project for today is not finished. So I can show you two parts of it. So Christine is doing a bonus project from Cup of Cheer. So it's actually going to be, you can make this into a little rectangle pillow or a little wall hanging. So it is, she basically is showing you how to do these 3D components on the houses. And so she's got two of them done ahead of time. She's working on the third house right here. And then she will go over the choices, and we've given you enough fabric to do either or. So you can either do a just a little wall hanging, I would either, you can do a little wall hanging or you can do a throw pillow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what I want to point out as well, so in the book, so now we are moving on to the bottom part of the house. And in the beginning is going to go over the directions on how to create the door first. So you are going to do your door, again, on wash away stabilizer. And it goes through, you basically do it just like regular applique. You're going to put a piece on the back and do a bobbin. This is the piece that has the shape form in it. So it's nice and stiff. You trim everything except for these little flaps of fabric, and then we're going to trim our stabilizer all the way around, trim between the two flaps, and then you can get it wet. You can get it wet after you've sewn it, but then you'll just get the little ends wet, and then you're ready to start the house. So then you're going to bring in the house design, and if you're looking in the book, they chose to do the background quilting as plant. And for this project, I just did line on all of the background quilting. So I'm just going to do that one again to show you how I do that.
Thank you, Anne. We appreciate your order.
Okay, so when you're looking at here, we're going to go through all the directions of making the door, make it separate. Then it's going to go to the house, and at the beginning of each block, it tells you what design to use and what size to use for quilting. So when I go to my USB stick, this USB stick hates me.
Is that teal one?
Yes.
I've been having trouble with that one too.
I need to get everything off of it. Okay, so I'm going to go into lines, and I'm going to choose this 6x6 design in lines. So I did the same exact one for all of my projects. So I'm just going to choose the line design, and I'm going to push set, and then I'm going to go out to add, go back to my stick, and go to my cup of cheer, the quilt, and my house blocks. And I'm going to bring in the house block. It's the red house block, so it is going to be this one, and we're going to press set. Okay, so now my background quilting is behind my embroidery, and I'm ready to start embroidering. So on the quilting, I don't do the batting method that Kimberbell does, so I always bypass the first 3 stitches. So I'm going to start on stitch number 3. Okay, and I'm going to use that as my placement line.
Glad you joined us, Amy. Okay, so we have a question about the difference between shape foam and flexi foam. So flexi foam, just as it sounds, is flexible and it's like a foam, so it's cushiony. Shape form is a real stiff, dense. Christine's going to go get them so she can show them to you. but one is soft and flexible and one is stiff. And Susan, I did see your message. Once Christine gets going here, I will show you the next Serger project.
Okay, so here is the shape foam, and so this is kind of like that puffy material.
It's actually the same as
Soft and stable.
Soft and Stable.
Yep. So, and then this is the shape form interfacing. So this is much heavier, much dense material. So this is what they put inside the door. Sometimes they put them in the house roofs and stuff to give them that really nice structure. All right, and then you're going to find your fabric. There it is. So I use the third stitch as my placement stitch, and I'm going to place my fabric down, and I make sure I just have good seam allowances on all 4 sides.
And you're using a non-Kimberbell fabric.
And then
actually, I like this
I
fabric.
like this fabric too. And then I'm going to do a tack down. So the first few stitches of the quilting are meant for a placement stitch for batting, a tack down stitch for batting, placement stitch for fabric, and then a tack down stitch for fabric. So I just eliminate those first few steps and just do the 2 for my fabric because I'm using the Ultra Soft as my form of batting. Okay?
Someone else likes your blouse.
And then we are going to go directly into the quilting.
Bob, did your husband get out of town today? I'm going to miss seeing him in here. He's such a friendly man. Hi, Linda in Buffalo. I wonder if it's hot up there. Yeah, I like the snowflake fabric too. Cindy, could you get me the next Serger Club project down, please? It's muggy, apparently. It's probably muggy outside, too. Here. So, Christine, is the Kimberbell fusible backing the same as Babylock Ultra Soft?
No. So the Kimberbell fusible backing, it's a product that you might have used that is going to be more comparable to it is going to be SF101. The Babylock Ultra Soft has almost like a plush like batting feeling to it, but it's not as thick as batting, and it's has one side that is fusible, so it gives it a little bit more body, a little bit more like the puffiness of batting, whereas fusible backing is just going to be like almost like a thin layer of stabilizer.
Okay.
I really like the fusible backing though.
I do too.
It fuses really nice. Okay, so now we're just going to jump in to the different applique pieces for this block. And on these pieces, speaking of fusible backing, you will be putting fusible backing on these pieces. So it does tell you what pieces to put the fusible backing on before you get started. So there's a few pieces that you will want to put that on there. So just pay attention to that.
Well, Anita, I'm glad you decided to join us live today instead of mowing the grass.
Okay, and then so we're doing a red house for this one, And I'm gonna put my red house fabric down, which I love this fabric.
They have this in lots of different colors, right? They have it in the red and the green and
Teal
navy
and navy, yep.
and white.
And white, yep. It's very cute. Okay, so we're gonna tack that down. So this part is all kind of easy. It's just your basic applique.
Don't be sorry for your questions. Your questions help bring up things that we need to discuss, and it helps everybody else learn too. So
Yes. I always just presume everyone knows. And I shouldn't. Okay. All right, and then we're going to trim our house block.
perfect.
And then it's going to do a little placement stitch up at the top for the, I don't even know what that's called. E-A-V-E-S.
Oh, the eaves.
The eaves. That's it.
Them.
That. So it's going to do a placement stitch for that. And I am going to use, so you can put the fusible backing on the back side of this, or you can use, I'm going to use some of the color keep. So because it is white on white, you would be able to see through that. So we're going to place a piece of color keep down and then put that over there, and
So-
it completely blocks that out.
So Christine did admit to me earlier that on these houses, she did follow step by step. We should not presume anything on these because there's a lot of things that are just a little bit different. So if you're used to doing Kimberbell projects, which we all know Christine is, that even Christine is following step by step by step in the book here.
Yeah, so I mean like
They say you could do this in your sleep.
the appliques, you know, as far as that goes, yeah, that's pretty the same. But like joining the door to that and the windows and stuff like that, I had no idea.
There's a lot of 3D stuff going on,
yes.
right?
And the door has a pocket, and yes.
The door has a pocket?
Yeah, behind the door. So definitely a lot that goes into it. All right, so now we're gonna trim the eaves. Yeah, there was a few blocks on this quilt. So like the present,
It's good though, it challenges us,
Yeah.
right?
that I had literally had to read step by step.
Do we have the book? Yes, we do have the book available and in stock.
Yes. All right, and then it's gonna do a placement stitch for the windows.
And we do have 20% off on the book, right? For
Correct.
7 days. So any of the products that we talk about, with the exception of fabric and kits, we do put a 20% discount on the items for 7 days. So it's an auto discount that goes on if you purchase online, and then the product will go off sale after 7 days. So the fabric that Christine is using for the eaves is the white scroll fabric.
It's just a, yeah, I don't remember what I used in the kit today. I think it was this. It was just a, no, in the kit for that.
But actually someone's asking if
Oh.
this is available.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So yes, we do have yardage of this fabric. It is the white on white scroll.
Scroll.
So if you want some,
Come get some.
Julie, you might just want to give Elaine or one of the ladies a call in Littleton to make sure that they have it first. If not, we can get some down there to them.
So it's the same thing. I just put a piece of color keep behind there from the windows. I didn't put fusible backing on these ones, so I alternated into the color key.
Okay, and do you have any ETA on the tape dispensers?
Yeah, they were in September.
September. So a little bit longer, Martha.
We kind of got on the ball on that one.
Okay, and do you know what the price is on the CD? So yes, these designs and the bonus projects we're doing are all coming out of the Cup of Cheer book. We realize that the Cup of Cheer is a pretty big investment to invest into everything. So Christine and I really wanted to be able to show you some value in the book and realizing how it's not just for the quilt, how you can make bonus projects with it.
Blocks and do something else with them.
And Cheryl, I will ask Cindy to go take a peek for me. She's on the phone at the moment, but I'll have somebody check and see if we have one of those in stock for you.
Okay, so now we're going to trim that fabric for our windows.
Cindy, are you able to go up front and see if we have the Clover roller, please? Yes, please.
Will you check the price of Cup of Cheer too? I don't know how much it is. Or if you know it, do you know it?
I think it's 89.
The CD. $89.98, I think.
So we don't have a finished project today,
It's in the works.
Donna, because it's kind of a labor-intensive project. So we've got a partial one, and Christine's finishing it here. So it is using the Cup of Cheer book, and she is making a little. You can turn this into a pillow or a little wall hanging, and it's going to have a third house right here. And then she's going to put it all together. And then in the kits, we have given you enough backing that you can either do like a folded back backing if you're making it into a pillow. And then if you want to make it into a wall hanging, we have given you sufficient fabric for binding also.
Okay, so now we've done the placement stitch for the porch. So our porch, we did this really pretty stripe fabric.
And the table runner, Susan. Yes, you saw it. So this is the next Serger Club project. So Cheryl, yes, we do have the roller pressing tool and also the fabric folding pen if you were interested in that. So yes, it's in stock. And then Susan, this is the next Serger project. So it is chain quilting. So you can see one side has the chain looper with a decorative stitch in it, and one side has the regular needle thread. We cut it into wedges, and then we use the belt loop binder. So this Serger project is only for people that have the chain stitch and cover stitch. And we are very, very low on the fabric for these kits. I think I have about half a dozen more kits, and then we would have to look at substitutions. So if you're wanting a kit with my fabrics, I would recommend that you request that. The kit for Christine's project today is $19.99.
Okay.
And the class is scheduled for August 26th from 10 to 12.
No, we get to sit here for 11 minutes.
Oh, well now that's the time we should go show them something. What should we show them?
I don't know.
So if you go to August 26th on the calendar, you will see the supply list, and it does tell you your thread. And the only decorative thread I used was what I put into my chain looper right here. No, I am actually I have created a wedge that I will email you as a PDF, and you will print and tape together, so you don't need a special ruler. And it sounds like Elaine's got a few of these kits in Littleton too. So show the bundle again. So the bundle for today is a fruit and veggie, heavy on the fruit bundle. And so we have raspberries, lemons and limes. We have a really fun summer print with pineapples and watermelons and lemons and strawberries. And then we have a strawberry print. And then we have some veggies, because you all have to have your veggies, right? So it's heavy on the fruit is our bundle for today. This is a Friday bundle, so it is just $20 for 2.5 yards of fabric. What else? Making sure that I didn't miss any questions. You can't hurry the machine up?
I can't hurry the machine up.
Then you better tell us a joke.
Oh, joke. I'll read what I was going to read this morning.
Okay.
Because it's funny. Shirley, that works with us, actually... if I can spell her name. I think she posted it. Oh, great. Now I'm not going to find it.
Am I going to have to go get my marriage jokes out?
You might have to. How about you go get those while I find this?
Okay, well I need someone to hold the phone so I can leave to go find them.
Okay. Oh, that's a bummer. I had them up on here. So Barb, for this one, I actually just used, Ziploc baggies, but they do make these like reusable zipper bags off Amazon that you can like stick like a business card into and write what it is, and those work really, really well too. But for this one, I just used Ziploc baggies and wrote on little stickers for them.
Okay, so
bummer.
I got a couple more jokes for you all. What does the kit for today's class include? Do you want to go over that, Christine?
Yep. So I know it's kind of hard because we don't have the project completely finished, but so we're finishing the third house that is going to end up being trimmed down and then stitched on over here. So they are all 3 different houses. There is red binding in here and then backing, and there's enough backing in here that you can either do this as like a wall hanging, or you could do like an envelope back and do a pillow. So it includes everything you would need to create this project. So it has all of your applique pieces. It does have the glitter for the snow pieces. The only thing it doesn't have is going to be that shape form for the 3D doors, or the fusible backing, but it will have all the fabric that you will need, and it is $19.99.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so here's a fun joke for you. The wheel of my grocery cart was making a horrible scraping sound as I rolled it through the supermarket. Nevertheless, when I finished my shopping, I saw a cartless woman, and I offered it up, explaining, "It makes an awful noise, but it works." "That's okay," she said, taking it. "I have a husband at home like that." And I know we have husbands watch. So, no offense, husbands. Oh, and that's horrible. I'm so sorry that you have tested for COVID. I too really like Christine's hair when she puts it up. Okay, so here's another fun joke. Wife to the husband. "Do you want dinner? Question mark. "Sure. What are my choices?" Yes or no?
I think I've
You've read that one?
yeah.
Show around your store. Well, I would, but our store, we've been really busy the last 2 days and it's a little beat up.
It is. A little
We got
sad.
some fun new fabric in today that we're going to show next week, right? So about 2 weeks ago, we did some Christmas placemats called mistletoe placemats, and we completely ran out. But we were able to order more, and at this point everybody has been taken care of. So everybody got the panels they wanted, they got the kits they wanted, so everybody should have been taken care of that. But somebody from our owners group posted on our Facebook page some pillows they made. Let's show that panel again, Christine, so they can see that. And today's bundle is the Friday bundle, and it is a fruit and veggie, heavy on the fruit, as Christine says. So we have raspberries, lemon and limes, a fun summer fruit, strawberries, and then a veggie. And that is 2.5 yards for $20. This is a great one if you make those microwave bowls, if you want to make trivets or pot holders or anything like that. And I'm not sure who it was that posted. Are you trying to find it? So Christine is trying to find it because it was super cute. But this is the panel, and you get 8 of these in a panel, and it's just 2/3 of a yard. And somebody had taken each one of these panels, they put a flange border around it. We're going to see if we can find you the picture to show you. And they made little pillows.
It's
and
really cute.
It's super cute. Oh, and we just found it. So look
you.
at these. Whoever posted these, thank you.
Was
it
Little
Paulette?
Tim's demo.
Oh, look at you, Paulette. We're showing off your work here for you. So thank you for
You
sharing.
don't know that she did those. Yeah, this was from demo.
Actually, Elaine is saying it was Paulette.
Perfect. Well, that she might have posted it.
So she took that panel and
cute.
put a, that's true, and put this white and black checkerboard on there and made pillows. And it is Paulette. She said, I made the pillows and showed them at demo.
cute.
So thank you,
Great
Paulette.
job.
We love that. We'd like to hire you to come up and do a live. And everybody would like to know, how much is the panel? So the panel is just 2/3 of a yard. So 2/3 of a yard at $10.99 is going to be about $7. So if you want one of the panels, just say panel and we'll know which one it is.
Panel. It was really cute.
It is. But even if you use the panel to make the placemats, you might want to make the matching little pillows to go with them. Hope we don't run out of the panels again. That would be embarrassing.
Can we order more?
See, Paulette, everybody loves your project. And everybody loves your shirt too, Christine.
Thank you.
Panel in my bag, please. I think we're sold out.
Uh-oh.
Everybody is loving your pillows, Paulette. Yes, it is. So So, Paulette, is that something you just made up, or is there like set instructions on that? Because maybe we could do it for live with a different panel.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've already sold out, Paulette. How are we doing over there on the stitching? Looks like we're doing good.
We're getting there.
Ooh, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old sounds like a lot of work, Cherry.
I think that sounds fun.
So yeah, for those of you local people, on Thursdays we do have the Littleton store that does an in-person project each week at 10 o'clock. We have coffee and donuts, and I'm hoping to be down there next Thursday, which Elaine doesn't know about, but she does now. So I'm hoping to be down there next Thursdays to see all of you down there.
I don't want to do it that color.
Yeah, her star table runners were really cute. Did you see her star table runners that she's been doing?
Mm-mm.
Oh, those are fun. Well, this is the Paulette show today.
I noticed. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I want to do it.
Have we done a project using jelly rolls? Not for a while, Janice. I have to move to Denver.
I actually just saw a project last night on Pinterest using jelly rolls.
Really?
Yeah.
That you liked?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
I'll show it to you
Yep.
when we're done. And see if you like it. It's fun. Here, I'll buy one. I know my book went.
I wasn't responsible for your book. I think it's wherever you left it. We would love it if you moved to Colorado too, Roberta. So Barbara, today Christine is doing a bonus project out of the Cup of Cheer book. And she is making this really cute pillow or little wall hanging. So it's going to be 3 little houses, and these houses are part of the Cup of Cheer, and they have like little pockets in them, and there's just some 3D. We do have fabric kits available, and the fabric kits are available and have enough fabric in them that you can either use it with the binding and make a little wall hanging, or you can make a folded back for a pillow.
Oh, man.
What exactly is the design pack in the bundle? The design pack in the bundle. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Patty. Thank you, Paulette. Have not done a braided weave. We've done some braided table runners. Can we open a store in Ohio? You want to move to Ohio?
No, I've never been there.
So we were actually just talking about that, Patty, because apparently Mike Johns and Patty from Babylog have actually done some type of video that I have not watched yet, where they talk about the designs that they're going to have available that come in the bundle. The Solaris Upgrade bundle, that is. So are we going to be attaching a door here really soon?
Yes. That's our next steps. After all of the satin stitching.
Is there a volcano in Iceland? I don't know. There was a volcano that year. That volcano erupted, which was, what, 10, 12 years ago now? My sister was here visiting from England, and she got stuck here for like 3 weeks. It was so much fun. She literally, for days upon end, had to drive out to the airport to find out if she could get on a flight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for about 4 days, she had to go out to the airport every day to find out whether they could get on a flight or not. And then eventually they said, okay, we can give you a reserved flight for like 10 days out. And she says, I'll take it. Yeah. Her husband ended up taking one of the, like, the standby flights to get them out because of his job, but she stayed here with the kids. Yeah. I don't remember what year that was. That was a long time ago. I think that was like 12 years, 13 years ago. Karina's my niece, and she was still in primary school. So yeah, and she's now at university. So yeah, it was a long time ago. So Patty, of course, if you order the upgrade only now, you can, actually, no, because the hoop will be available for separate purchase, but the bonus designs will not be available as a separate purchase, is what I have been informed at this point. It was wonderful for sister time, yes. Yeah, she was back. The year we had that big eclipse, was that 2017? There was a huge eclipse that went like all the way across the United States, and my nephew was big time into that type of stuff, and they came out for a trip then. But she doesn't come out here very often. I bet it doesn't rain for very long, Linda, when it rains. She said it rains every day on the Big Island. We should go monitor that rain for a while. We should have a above and beyond retreat in Hawaii.
Absolutely. 100%.
I really have always wanted to put some type of retreat on, you know. I think that would be fun.
I want to go to the retreat.
You don't want to work
I
it?
don't want to work.
Do you want to tell all of these people here that you don't want to work?
I want to be a part of the retreat.
Okay, that's a really good way. You can be a part of it. A working employee.
Okay.
Do you want to be a part of the anniversary event?
No, I like that. I'll work there.
You'll work the anniversary event?
Yes. Okay, we're getting there. We have some little decorative stitches to do now. I do like how they make the numbers a separate color than just like tying
Oh
them
yeah,
in, so that you don't have to do that. That was smart thinking.
It's kind of a cool little stitch that they're putting on there.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny little scallop stitch.
And then you do some little swirly things at the bottom.
Julie says if you had a retreat in Hawaii, there'd probably be a whole plane of just above and beyond people. Now we got travel agents chiming in that they can help us plan the retreats. Yeah. Thanks,
The
Tammy.
things we come up with in Patrick's phone.
Yeah. Patrick, we're going to be gone for a whole month because Christine and I need to go check out the locations for these retreats.
See which one we like the best.
Yeah. And we can charter a plane. This is getting better and better. This is bugging me.
Sorry.
Well, that is just like a retreat for you then, Kim, right? Even a cruise, yeah, we've looked into doing the cruise thing. It's just the logistics are really hard on that. Cindy that we met out in Maui, she said it barely rains in South Maui at the fabric store you guys came to. Yes, Elaine, you're invited too. We're almost done.
Well, with this part, anyways. We have a few more steps. Okay. So the next part would be the number. So I'm going to bypass the number. Don't want to stitch that out. And now it's going to be a placement stitch. So here are the 3 pieces you have for your door. So you have a long piece that will end up being the pocket on the inside of your door. You have a base, and then you have your door. Okay? So this is the placement stitch for your base. You're going to put your base fabric down. Okay? And tack it down. And we are going to trim.
Somebody offered to take us around Hawaii to find retreat places.
Okay, so now we are going to trim that fabric on all 4 sides. Whoops. Okay, and then when it does that tack down line, again, it gives us little indents up at the top here. Kind of hard to see. And those are where you're going to place this folded piece. And that fold is going to line up right with those. And you're going to tack this down. So you can put a piece of tape on there if you want to. I moved the tape, so we're not going to. I'm just going to be very careful. Okay, and then it's going to tack that down. Alright, and now we are going to trim this fabric all the way around.
And then you would go on to Kimberbell's website and their vault.
Elaine, do you have a cup of cheer CD for Rose at your store?
We're sending them a couple.
Oh, they're in the transfer bin. Okay, they're in the transfer bin, so give us a couple of days, Rose, because Patrick is out of town.
I thought.
I'm
Simeon's doing one.
I'm gonna try and have Simeon do a run
I
tomorrow.
think he already knows.
Okay. So
Okay.
I think there should be a transfer happening sometime tomorrow morning, Rose. So hopefully you'll get a call.
Alright, so I've changed my thread to the pink, and it's going to do kind of a decorative stitch around the base of the door. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go up to the ironing board.
Okay.
So when doing your door piece, you have a piece that will tack down a section that'll tack down your door, and I do suggest doing this in a different color just so you can really see, because what you're gonna want to do now is you're gonna want to take pins and you are going to place that right where the satin stitch ends or begins, and in that tack down line, and you're going to place your pin there, okay? And then you're going to grab your second one and you're going to place that pin on the other opposite end, same spot, just other end, okay? And now these are going to stick into the top, so exactly where that tack down stitch starts there on both ends, okay? So you're going, and I know this is going to be really hard to see, you're going to place your pin there, and you want to do this on like a
surface that you can pin
yeah,
into.
so an ironing board, a wool pressing mat, something along those lines. And then once you have pressed them, you or push those pins in, you want to turn it over and make sure you're at those 2 points. So I am basically right where that decorative stitch that we just finished ends,
Yeah.
on both sides. Okay?
Perfect.
And then you can flip it back over, push those pins all the way in so that they stay down. And then you want to put a piece of tape holding that all together, and then you'll remove your pins.
Okay.
Okay?
Linda, I am not the expert to be able to answer that question. And I don't know whether it's across the board or if it depends on the location, or so that would be something that I am not able to give you a definitive answer.
Okay, and then your next stitch is just going to do a straight across tack down.
I do remember when they used the thumbtacks.
Yes, I actually have had better success using those than the thumbtack.
Really?
Yeah. All right, so then we've tacked that down, and we're just going to come in with our scissors, and we are going to cut that flap right up to the stitches, and we're going to keep our pink thread on.
Oh, I think it's going to do a satin stitch
And it
now.
does do a very wide satin stitch too, so you do have some leniency on these ones, which is nice. And then it's going to do a satin stitch, satin and holding the door onto your house. Isn't that cool?
That's really cool. So sorry we're keeping you a little bit longer today.
All right.
How cool is that?
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have a little door with a pocket.
Oh my gosh.
I know, so cute. Okay, so now what we're going to do
You could put a
is
little candy cane or something hanging out of there.
yeah, it would be so adorable.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to trim these blocks down. We're going to sew them together and sew them to our project so that you can kind of see what it's going to look like. So again, I'm just going to cut this out of my stabilizer while it's still in the hoop. Okay, And then I'm gonna switch this machine over.
Do you need the book up there?
Nope.
Do you need just these two pieces?
Yep.
Okay. So Christine is going
I
to...
don't use the orange pop yet.
You don't use the orange pop?
Not yet. You have to sew those two together first.
But you still need to trim them, right? Okay.
All right. So the first thing you're gonna do with these two blocks is you just want to trim the. So here's our house block. You want to place your ruler right along the top of your house and trim off. So just like that. Okay. And then you're gonna take this block and you're gonna place it on the bottom of your roof and line everything up and cut across, and then you are done. So when you go, so now what we have to do is we have to sew these together.
Oh,
Now when I place my fabric down, I might have not placed them at the same area, so I don't want to line up my edges of my fabric because I might be off a little bit. I want to line up my stitching on the side here because I want my house to be even.
You want the
Roof to be even with the house.
I see what you're
Okay,
saying.
so don't just assume you did everything perfect. I mean, I try to assume that a lot.
You
but-
weren't perfect? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, and then, so that's how you want to determine where to sew them together. Don't just stick your fabrics
Okay.
even. Okay? Alright. So then we're going to sew those two together. And we are then going to use the orange pop rulers to trim the whole block. And when making this little wall hanging or pillow, the smaller blocks in the middle, I did use the orange pop rulers and cut them down to what size they were supposed to be. But you might have to trim a little bit and kind of finagle it a little bit just to make it fit perfectly. It's kind of there was a little bit more trimming involved than what they had said, but that's it. Nothing crazy. All right, so now we have our cute little house block, and we are going to trim this up. I should have turned the iron on. Do you know what I like the most about these?
What?
Is that there's no vinyl on the window. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use two rulers. So once you've sewn it together, so you're going to use the 6.5 by 4.5, and that is going to be your side. That's not right. I think I did that. What did I do wrong? Oh, I'm using the wrong ruler. I was like, that's gonna cut
Go
off my
bigger.
rope.
Go bigger.
Okay, so you're gonna use the 6.5 by 8.5, and that one is you're gonna want to center that one for the side.
Side.
Okay, so those are gonna be the first cuts that you make, and we're gonna nest this one inside. So you're centering the center ruler to your side pieces. We're using the rotating cutting mat, and we're going to make those two first cuts on either side.
I used the orange pop rulers the other day.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you're going to remove that inner one, and now you're going to measure the larger one with the top and the bottom. Okay? And you're going to make those two cuts.
Uh-oh.
And did you see that?
I did see that. Wasn't me.
Okay, so then you have a piece that has these two little flaps in it, and I just take the back side of the ruler and trim those
Stand
off.
those cuts out.
Yep. Okay. There we are. And now we are going to take this piece and we are going to stitch it to this side piece.
Perfect. Your fabric choices are beautiful.
Thanks. Alright, so we're going to stitch these down and we're just using 1/4 of an inch. Alright, and then we will open that up. And so now we have a little wall hanging
I love it.
or pillow. I even think that if you put the envelope back on it and put binding on it, as a pillow would be cute.
And then you can just take the stuffing out and use it as a wall hanging when you want to,
So-
and a pillow when you want to.
I'm gonna press this. I'll put the pillow, I want to do it as a pillow with the binding. So I will have this finished for you guys next week, but hopefully that helped with doing those 3D pieces.
It looks great, Christine.
It does look cute.
It does, yeah. Thank
turned out
you. Okay, well, thank you for all joining us today. Sorry we went a little bit over, but we will have this project completely finished up next week. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us, and have a great weekend.
All right,
Bye.